Hello everybody, Lasshatry here. Welcome back to Life is Strange All Wounds, the fan-made game by Destiny Smasher, which explores the relationship between Max Caulfield and Chloe Price after you choose to sacrifice everyone in Arcadia Bay. So let's just jump right back into it. We'll probably make a joke, we're Chloe. Avoiding Max's no doubt hella intense expression, Chloe slowly laid herself down, her back against the parking lot floor. Something blurry caught her vision from the left, inches away from her cheeks. On physical instinct, she twisted her head to see it. It was a crinkly paper bag with a broken apple fritter hanging halfway out. Max. Max choked out, clearly upset, confused. Poor kid had just made a move and wanted, reassurance. Well, she was Maxine Caulfield, of course she needed reassurance. The difference between Max and Chloe was that Max was brave enough to actually ask for it. Chloe was swimming in a poop-filled sewer of guilt and good intentions. It was called her brain, infested with regrets made into rats. The air was so thick with the reeking scent of hopelessness that it stuck to your clothing. As Chloe stalled for time, she simultaneously realized what a god-awfully stupid attempt at noir narration that had been. She kept chewing on her donut, bit more than she could chew, for sure. Max had yet to take the fritter Chloe was still offering. Instead, Max was feebly working her fingers around Chloe's hand. A stupid one-liner was forming at the tip of Chloe's tongue, but there was too much goddamn donut in the way. Max's grip got tighter, and Chloe managed to swallow the appley shit down as quick as she could. She dropped the donut bag in Max's lap. She pushed, and Max pulled, and Chloe was upright. Max's face was flickering with apology, but also with hope. Chloe had to wring out an extra second or two of tension. Come on, she had to. Max was too goddamn adorable. Chloe squeezed Max's bruised hand, then finally delivered her long-awaited zinger. You're holding my hand, Chuck, you sly dog. Max's wary expression warped at the edges with perplexion. Chloe leaned in, nuzzled Max towards her into a hug. She planted her lips against Max's shoulder, against the cigarette-stench surface of her own jacket. Chuck? Poor kid was so lost, huh? It was actually pretty adorable. Chloe's lips formed a kiss against Max's shoulder again, kind of out of instinct. She lightly scratched her nails against Max's neck, tilting her head against the girl's shoulder. Peppermint Patty. Jesus, Max. Only American cartooning's pioneer bi-curious chick? I would have figured mild-mannered Max Caulfield would know a Charlie Brown reference. Max didn't know what to say, it seemed. She just kept holding Chloe's hand. Chloe realized maybe the joke had been too forced. Rather than bail, she elaborated off the cuff. I mean, shit. Chloe continued to tease. You're a neutral good. You and Chuck are birds of a feather. So... Max rolled right on by Chloe's reference. Damn it, she was lobbing softballs here and they were still sailing over Max's head. Are we okay? You didn't really... Well, come on, Max. I wasn't going to be cliche and say, been waiting for you to do that. Of course not. Max chuckled softly. Too predictable for you. Hells yeah, too predictable. I'm chaotic good. Get used to it, girl. Oh, chaotic good now, huh? That's news to me. Yeah, huh? Fighting crime, solving mysteries, getting all these side quests done with the pro tag. That's you. That's you. Takes care of the main quest line. Business. Chloe, Max trailed off with a sigh. Hell, Max, I'm dropping a fuck ton of marbles in the Hungry Hippo table and you're not even hitting the damn levered thing. As if coming to some kind of realization of her own, Max eased Chloe off of her. She wobbled up onto her feet, clutching the donut bag between her index and thumb. Chloe wiped fritter crumbs from her lips with her wrist, let her body shudder from the wind chill, and sniffed a bit of slime forming at the edge of her nostril. She remained silent, waiting for Max to say whatever she was gonna say. I shouldn't have done that. Kissed you, I mean. Dude, Max. Chloe grunted, dusting off her ass as she got up. Just 'cause I said you're like Charlie Brown doesn't mean you have to get all wishy-washy on me. I mean, I was just teasing. Joking? Don't... This isn't a joke, Chloe. I'm falling in love with you, and this... Max wrinkled her nose, pointed a hand to the spilled coffee at their feet. This wasn't how I... Chloe let her inflated skull sink a little, latching her thumbs onto the ends of her pockets. Whoa. Max. Chloe's heart was pounding at her rib cage. The L word had come out. A dangerous word. Because whenever that word came out, like for really real was spoken, out loud and crap, it always led somewhere disappointing. Somewhere that hurt a lot. Having wasted her precious moment to formulate a reply... I'll just make a joke. We're always joking. I'm in lesbians with you. Scott Pilgrim. I really, really mean it. I'm trying to be real with you here. Don't jerk me around. What? No. I like you too. Do you love me though? Fuck. Max, we're best friends. I mean, for OVS I love you. I meant... Did that kiss mean anything to you or not? I got no clue. Don't fucking put me on the spot. I had no idea that this... us... meant like... Keep digging that hole deeper. Chloe, Max bit her lips, eyes sunken, tears forming. I thought I made it pretty fucking obvious at the lighthouse when Chloe knew, she'd noticed, and as usual, she'd stalled. She'd forced Max to figure it out on the cliff in front of that tornado just a day prior. In all fairness, Chloe had done more than her share of taunting, goading, prodding, teasing the truth out of Max over the past week. Part of her wanted something familiar, something she'd once held dear, something she'd once trusted because everything else had disappeared. And it was easier to rebuild something broken than start all over again and build something brand new. Because relationships were like frickin' furniture now. If Chloe was being honest with herself, brutally honest, no halfsies, she needed someone to fall back on in case Rachel never showed up. She couldn't just be alone again. And Rachel never showed up. So here she was, watching this girl her heart was tripping over. Watching this girl brush angry, confused tears from her eyes. Kinda like Chloe had done over Rachel more than a few times. One hand that couldn't let go of Rachel Amber and one hand that couldn't let go of Maxine Caulfield. Chloe had just thought that with figuring this shit out, dealing with it, she'd get more time. There wasn't a punchline there. Chloe wanted there to be a punchline. But all there was were thorns. People are dead, Chloe. Max whimpered out a frustrated sound with a sudden look of panic. I had to make a choice, and Max suddenly, stormed off for the truck. Max! Chloe sighed tiredly, watching Max walk for the driver's seat of the truck. She impatiently trudged in pursuit, scratching an itch beneath her beanie. Her fucking head. It was itchy as hell. Chloe needed a bath. Max must have been so mentally loopy she'd forgotten she was riding shotgun because the girl had stomped over to the driver's seat. Max paused there, hand on the door handle, before her expression soured in spite of herself. Max's eyes flashed dangerously at Chloe, then she rounded the truck. Chloe stood by the driver's door for a moment, her head getting hot with frustration, with regret. She knew what was coming. A huff from Max. The truck was still locked and Max was being such a grump she hadn't thought of that. Her lips pursed with aggravation, Chloe fished her keys from her pocket. Having skin-tight jeans was annoying when and only when you needed to get shit out of your pockets. Chloe awkwardly fumbled with her keys, opening the clunky door in a rush, tearing her hat up and clawing at her itchy scalp with her other hand. Chloe opened the truck door, stuffed her hat behind her seat, and sat herself in with a sharp, bitter sigh. She'd really fucked up again. If you went with a chaotic build, weren't you supposed to avoid consistently shitty plays? She was bound to land a critical hit sooner or later, right? Chloe would just, focus on getting her and Max straight to the Caulfields. Damn it, forgot to unlock the other door. The fuck-ups were knocking each other down like dominoes now. After letting Max in, Chloe realized that they still needed a bit of a breather before they hit the road again. Hey. What? Chloe sighed, pushed blue hair out of her face, turned to Max, and waited just long enough for Max to speak, just in case. Max stared back, her expression somewhere else. Maxine. Max, never Maxine. What? Ugh, nothing. No, never mind. Does it bug you? It bug you when I use your full name, or... Not when you say it, I guess, but... Just... Never mind. Alright, sorry. Chloe had to double back for a sec. The hell was that about? Chloe had called her Maxine oodles of times. Freaking tons of times when they were kids. Now all of a sudden it was offensive? Like, sure, Max got into all that trigger warning culture bullshit now and again, but for real, this just made no sense. Whatever, moving on. Max's turn to try striking the convo back up because Chloe was sucking monkey turds. At the lighthouse when the storm was passing, that's when I realized it. Chloe nodded in compliance, eager to hear this out. I mean, I feel so dumb now, I should have seen it coming. I couldn't give you up. A bit speechless, Chloe let Max rant for a spell. I didn't ask for this, I didn't want this, but jumping through time, experiencing and re-experiencing the same, but different things, it all started with you, Chloe. You were what... I couldn't have saved you without this fucking rewind power, and the more I... Max sniffed a bit. The more I messed up with time, the more we discovered how fucked up Arcadia Bay was getting. By the end, it just hit me like a brick. Having you back in my life, that was the gift. That was the power behind fucking Super Max. Max groaned, wiping tears from her eyes. Chloe couldn't take her eyes off of Max spilling all this out. Alternate timelines, different realities, different ways you could get hurt, ways you could hurt others, ways the people I loved could die. I just wanted it to stop. All of it. Maybe that's why Max coughed into her sleeve, trailing off. Damn. Max. Chloe realized Max was getting so weepy that talking was turning into a problem, which was, you know, adorbs, but... You said you're done rewinding time, right? Max nodded hastily, eagerly. Well... Chloe pressed the tips of 2 fingers against her own tear ducts, cleaning them out. Then the past is staying in the past, so let's stop fucking with it. Leave it alone, you know? Max nodded again in the same way. On the cliff, Chloe, I was going to kiss you. Yeah, I know. But I didn't. Like, I feel almost like I did. Like I was supposed to, or why didn't you? Max shrugged wildly, in the way that said, don't fucking ask me because I got no goddamn clue and I should have done it. I didn't. Max fished for an explanation. I thought maybe Chloe didn't need Max to finish. She got the picture. I thought maybe you were going to kiss me. What, not with the whole I just sacrificed an entire town to keep you in my life bit? Getting warm. It's okay. Chloe tried to assure, still stalling. Max, what I said just now out there, I uber-borked like that. Not that parking lots don't have their charm, but... You're right. First kiss between 2 awesome ladies like us deserves more than... It was... more romantic than a elementary school dare. Max eked out a small pathetic laugh came as Max wiped at her eyes some more. Max Caulfield, did you just sass me? Did you just make a joke? Bravo, now we're getting somewhere. Chloe chuckled a little, realizing that after that night they'd spent together, they had been a totally childish way of squeezing some truth from Max. She hadn't expected Max to take the bait, though. Come on, Max was supposed to be the grown-up after all. So what you're saying is... bad at kissing. We've screwed up 3 first kiss opportunities in a row. You said it, not me. Now there was a bit of that old spark again, but with this whole new spark that hadn't existed back then. Chloe, this is super sudden for me. I wasn't planning on... Yeah, I know. Look, it's like this, Max. Chloe breathed in, exhaled, and rubbed at her cold shoulders. At the lighthouse, shit got real, fucking real, and I realized how much, and there it was again. The troubling L word hanging out on the tip of Chloe's tongue. No kisses, no donuts, no coffee to cover it up. Chloe wriggled her hand back and forth between herself and Max. She tried rolling for a 20 this time. How much you love me, Max. How much I love you. I get that now. More like a 17 or a 16, but good enough. Chloe finished her turn. Destiny, luck, whatever, I don't care. You're awesome. We're awesome. But Chloe sifted her nails through her dirty hair. I know I said that shit about realities but the fact is, and I see it now, it's uber crazy, you have all of these memories with me. All this time we spent together in other realities, it's all there in your head. But only some of that's in mine. Max was finally leveling out and Chloe was getting this off of her chest. Some of those moments, those memories, some of those aren't really ours, they're yours. Like, they are ours for you. But whatever you've been through, and you don't need to explain any more of it, fuck, please don't, my head can't take any more of this right now, and neither can yours. This past week, what I told you about making me laugh and smile, that was real too. For both of us. For me. Damn it, now Chloe was starting to cry. How much blood and tears and coffee would two teenage chicks spill for each other within the premises of a coffee shop on a boring afternoon? Tune in to find out. Max's hand reached out and grabbed Chloe's. Her poor fingers were still trembling. God damn it, they still hadn't cleaned Max's hands up, because Chloe kept stalling. Let's get those hands taken care of while you're wasting time listening to my dumbass. Chloe decided popping open the glove compartment in a hurry. Chloe really leaned over, hoping her arms would block the carton of cigarettes from Max's sight, and also that pair of condoms, and also that half-smoked joint. First aid kit, boom. Chloe wasn't a cleric or a whatever other shit classes did the Healy bits, but how hard could it be, right? Max helped her figure out which was the disinfectant and how to apply it, and then get the gauze wrapped around, and, well, it was total overkill for just some scraped skin, but fuck it, Max deserved whatever was gonna help her right then. Plus, going through the first aid motions gave both of them a task to focus on for a couple minutes, besides each other's awkward faces anyways. Max sighed with some relief, twisting her hands on her wrists a little as she got a feel for the bandages. She looked like she'd been in a street fight or something. Heh, more like she fought with the street and the street won, am I right? Bad, Chloe. Thanks. I make a joke. No prob, Bob. Where'd you even pick that one up anyway? My dad, actually. Oh. Sorry. It's fine. Seriously. Then things settled back into awkward land. You were right. Yeah, going for it. Chloe took a deep breath, feeling her stomach lurch. Since when was Chloe Price nervous about frickin' kissing? Since she actually gave a damn about this girl, that's when. Chloe went in for a kiss on the old smackaroonies. But Max nudged her away with a loud sigh. Whoops, bad timing? Chloe, we can't just... What about... Max's expression went dire, and Chloe knew it was on the tip of both of their tongues, but Max had the courage to say it out loud. Rachel. Max was whispering in a dark tone. Fuck, Chloe, this is exactly why I said I shouldn't. It was in this moment that Chloe finally accepted the fact that shit was a little fucked up. The two of them were both feeling guilty over someone who wasn't around anymore. Someone who had lied to Chloe, played her like a frickin' fiddle. Maybe Rachel had meant to, maybe she hadn't, but it had happened all the same. Rachel had been planning on just leaving with Frank, leaving Chloe behind, and shit. Ugh. Rachel hadn't meant to hurt Chloe. It wasn't like she'd wanted to hurt Chloe, and she sure as hell didn't deserve what had happened. Had Chloe maybe been in denial the whole time, stalling, clinging onto someone who didn't feel the same way only to bring them down? And she'd done it all over again, here with Max, practically twisted Max's heart into caring about her back. Rachel didn't deserve what had happened, neither did Max. Max hadn't even asked for this shit. Chloe had grabbed her, pulled her in, used her power. And now Max Caulfield was falling in love with her after how selfish she'd been. And Chloe was falling for her too, for those dorky vibes and the way she was learning to stick up for herself, filling in that old void while filling in a fresh one at the same time. But were they actually falling for each other, or just falling for anything that wasn't loneliness? Nothing was okay. Nothing was fine. Shit was hella fucked up. That didn't mean they should bury themselves in it, though. Rachel had indirectly brought them together, and, like, Rachel wouldn't have wanted them to... would have wanted them to be happy? Rachel would have wanted them to be happy, right? I feel like the crudest person, Chloe. Max was grumbling, but at least she wasn't crying again. Maybe she'd cried her eyes dry now? I could have saved them, but instead I made such a selfish... Hey, no, what did I say about that shit? What? Chloe grinned, slanting her brows with mischief. I dare ya. I double dare ya, motherfucker. Say what? One more goddamn time. Chloe, you weird little... Max snickered through her wispy breaths. That was... I don't know. I was trying to do a double reference there. The Pulp Fiction bit plus back to the daring you to kiss me thing from the other day. Uh-huh. Max shook her head slightly, opting to scoop up Chloe's hand. Max pressed herself against Chloe's side for a moment, both of their hearts thumping against each other's ribs. Chloe had kind of been hoping for another kiss, actually. Was that fucked up? Chloe could really use more kissing right about then. Chloe felt Max's back expand against her chest. Max sniffled, sighed out shakily, cuddled her head against Chloe's neck. Nah, Max didn't need kissing at the moment, huh? What she needed was just Chloe being there. The right there this time. Maybe it really was enough. I'm so fucking sorry, Max. You didn't ask for all this crap. You deserve better than... I don't deserve shit. Well, as it turns out, I am pretty shit, but you're stuck with me. Chloe... Another timid, confused laugh. Everything is so screwed right now, but... Well, we're on the same page there, Max. All I know is that I need you, Chloe. I got good news for you then, Max. I meant it when I said I was always going to be with you. Forever, right? Chloe knew that Max was calling back their memories on the cliff. Yep. And that was before the prospect of hot makeout sessions. Max puffed an amused through her nose. So I mean, now it's basically a shoo-in. Chloe dropped her hug's tightness a couple notches, but held Max for another minute or so. Chloe noticed that their breathing started syncing up. You're amazing, Maxine. Shit happened, and it's done now. Maybe we deserve to feel horrible over it, I don't know. But we're in this together. Chloe gave Max's body a gentle shake. She kissed the top of Max's head. She rubbed her hands across Max's arms. Mushy stuff ain't what I'm good at, but for you, I'll try anything once. Remember that later, when we're both in your bed. Ugh, gross. Max giggled, wrinkling herself out of Chloe's grip playfully. You're gross. To the max, Max. Chloe ruffled Max's hair as they shuffled their positions, getting ready to hit the road. Hey, you still hungry? I've still got a donut waiting for you. Actually, yeah. I brought out the hunger, huh? I have that effect on people. By the way, apple fritter, huh? Can never go wrong. Takes me back. Yep. We ready to go? Sure, but we still should call our parents. In saying this, Max dragged the extremely brief moment back to a serious place. Ah, I did offer to do that, huh? You did. Well, Chloe retrieved her phone, then gawked at it fretfully. I'm gonna get us back on the road. We're late enough as it is. Chloe handed her phone to Max. Call your folks up, put them on speaker for me, and we'll fill them in. Well, fill them in enough anyway. Sure. So, like, this is gonna be hella awkward, huh? Not as awkward as kissing on our asses in the middle of a parking lot. Shut up and eat your fucking fritter, Max. Before you can live, a part of you has to die. You have to let go of what could have been, how you should have acted, and what you wish you would have said differently. You have to accept that you can't change the past experiences, opinions of others at that moment in time, or outcomes from their choices or yours. When you finally recognize that truth, then you will understand the true meaning of forgiveness of yourself and others. From this point, you will finally be free. Shannon L. Adler. Chapter 2, Finn. Okay, so I do believe that that is everything that they have done right now for Life is Strange, all wounds. Now this has been getting updated here and there, and I would like to continue playing this to go on. I'm really enjoying seeing Max and Chloe together and seeing their friendship maybe turn into something more. Not even just maybe. It is definitely exploring the PriceField ship of seeing these two become more than friends. Personally, in my own opinion, this is so well done. Both characters are just so well captured in this. Chloe's, like, the wording, the dialogue, how her mentality is about, she's still worried and cares about Max, but Max is beating herself up and Chloe is just trying to move on, like, let's go forward and try to bring Max with her. And Max has so much going through her head, on top of the guilt of dealing with, like, you know, she feels like she killed all those people in Arcadia Bay, and now she has feelings for Chloe. Her head is just a mush, and this did such a great job of exploring these two girls and bringing them together. So I'm really excited to keep going. It's probably going to be a little bit before I can play episode 3, but I will make sure that once it's available, I will get that out to you guys. I will try to stay updated. And again, please check this out for yourself if you haven't already. I will put links below in the description for you guys to check out. And I will hopefully continue going on with this. So thank you so much, Destiny Smasher. I really appreciate you getting in contact with me and being your friend, because I am just so thoroughly impressed. I've never, the talent it must take and time and effort to put something like this together is just so impressive, and I feel honored to just have played it for my channel and to be able to talk to you. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So if you want to keep updated with things, please go follow Destiny Smasher on Twitter or Tumblr, and we'll keep going with this. We'll see where it goes. So until next time, I'm Lasshatry. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy watching! Oh god, I didn't know that this was gonna be like this. He's gonna fall. Come on, baby, it's okay. Where are we going here? Come on, Ori, get up. Heal! Heal, Ori, you fucking deep voice! Oh, baby. Come on, Ori. No! Heal her!